Well, they are some of the most talented athletes, and every year they look forward to competing in the Special Olympics Michigan Games. This year, they aren't canceled, just changing a bit. We spoke with CEO Tim Heilman about what is taking place this year.
So, Tim, how does all this actually go back to March for you guys?
Yeah, so like the rest of the world, we started navigating the pandemic around March. We were just about to prepare for our state basketball finals that are held every year at Calvin College, one of our large state events. And through the global pandemic, just said it's not going to be a safe situation to bring all of our athletes together. So that really started kind of the start of really looking at our remaining schedule for March, April, May. And so unfortunately, we did have to cancel state basketball. And then our next largest event is our state summer games in July.
The organization as a whole and the athletes, how has everybody kind of been handling everything right now?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, that first announcement of saying, we're not going to have state basketball finals, really gut-wrenching. It was gut-wrenching for the staff, for the board of directors making that choice, and especially for the athletes. But, just as we say with our organization, we're really athlete-driven. What was really positive of, having so many messages, whether it's Facebook, emails, or phone calls from athletes saying, you know what, it's really, really hard, but we understand, and thank you for keeping us safe. And from that, we really kind of pivoted to saying, okay, well, we can't get together as a group for activities or events. We can really do it virtually. And so set up some really cool virtual classes, training programs, activities that our entire state, community, volunteers, coaches, athletes have really embraced.
So what's normally happening this time of year?
Yeah, so this time of year, we would have been coming off of our summer games event, and athletes then begin, kind of training, doing some active activities for the fall. And so through that, after the cancellation of events, our team really kind of worked with our athletes. We have what's called an athlete input council, where we have athletes across the state who get together and having conversations with them, saying, what makes sense for Special Olympics moving forward. And they said, we still want to train. We still want to be active. So put together fitness classes, nutritional classes, training programs, virtual workouts that all of the athletes have been participating in, for the last few months.
And you said the one word that's going to really jump out in all this, the word virtual. You guys are going virtual.
We are. First time ever. We say, the Summer Games is our largest event. It's, where we say Special Olympics isn't just about Summer Games. We're an everyday, everywhere movement, and our message of inclusion happens every day. But the Summer Games is the largest event where we bring everyone together. There's over 3,000 athletes, 1,500 coaches, volunteers, and thousands of spectators. But knowing that it just wasn't right and the time wasn't going to be safe to bring everyone together. But how do we bring everyone together virtually? Because that's the beauty of Summer Games. It's not just about sports. It's bringing people together, where you have athletes participating in Western, Upper Peninsula to Southeast Michigan and Detroit public schools. And so we said, if we can't be there together physically, how can we bring everyone together? And that was kind of the start of the virtual Summer Games that'll be happening in July.
Okay, kind of spell that out. Paint us a picture what this is going to look like. And also, I'm understanding it's not just people with the disabilities that are going to be able to take part in all of this.
Yeah, absolutely. So we really, people know Special Olympics for our sports, and we do. We run incredible sports. We've got incredible athletes. But we say we're really an inclusion organization where we use sports. We use education, we use fitness. To work towards an inclusive world, as we say, kind of leading the inclusion revolution. And so a big portion of our organization is unified sports, where we have different teams and individuals with and without intellectual disabilities that participate and compete side by side together, and really, forming natural bonds. And so with the virtual games, there are 6 sports where individuals will be able to choose up through 20 events. So participants can participate in 3 of them, whether it's basketball, volleyball, track and field, gymnastics, weightlifting. and they can select whether they're an athlete, or you can select to be a unified partner and be paired up with an athlete and compete together. So really excited about that. Prior to that, there's going to be a 6-week training program for individuals to help work on that in shape. And so, nutrition, drinking your water, eating healthy. Are you walking? Are you running? And so really a large fitness component as well.
That's great. Yeah, I'm very familiar with this. I volunteered often when I was back in high school. I look forward to it. These are amazing athletes, and I know that they look forward to this every year as well. So if we want to learn more about the virtual games, how can we do that? And then I have one little question at the end I'm going to throw out there for everybody too, but where do I learn more about the virtual games?
Yeah, so you go to our website, which is somi.org, so somi.org, and right on there you can click on virtual games or somi.org/virtual games. And it shares everything about the games. And when you click on there, there's tutorials of saying, all right, well, how can I compete in a virtual, world? How can I do a 5K? How can I do basketball or volleyball? So there's training videos and how you record yourself, take videos, how you submit the submissions. And again, it's really going to be a week-long celebration from opening ceremonies to closing ceremonies. And then after individuals submit their scores, we're going to have a celebration and virtual medals through that. So really excited. Go to the website. Again, we really want this to be for our entire state because it's a way to celebrate, bring joy, hope, that love that our athletes leave, and really celebrate the athletes throughout the state of Michigan.
And it's my understanding you guys recently made quite a big purchase.
We did, yeah. So really excited. Just with COVID-19, it certainly kind of pushed back some plans and different elements. But we had purchased the former South Christian High School, and with the plans of this being, the world's largest, Special Olympics sports and inclusion facility. We've got some great, community partners on board, and really excited about what this will mean for the state of Michigan, but really is providing a home for all of our athletes. And especially as we come out of, this pandemic safely, we're excited because again, it's another thing for the state that's going to bring athletes together. And again, celebrate, the world of sports and celebrate, unified sports and inclusion.
A way to keep the spirit of the Special Olympics alive, Tim.
Thanks so much. We're super excited about it and hope people will join us for this awesome week in July.
All right. We appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.